viewers, welcome back to Daily Retro. We're doing a video for you guys today on the preservation aspect of maintaining cartridge based games. So the cartridges I'm going to be taking apart and cleaning for you guys today is Mania on the Game Boy, which uses a different size female torque screw to what I'm about to show you here, which is sort of aluminium, and that's on the Sega Megadrive. Produced in 1990, so quite an old game, but it was one of the first games to have a battery save. So as you can see on the back there, you've got slightly different screws. But without further ado, we're going to jump into the footage of repairing those cartridges. So we're going to start off with a Sega Megadrive cartridge. This one in particular has a battery in, but we'll show you that in a second. This uses the 4.5mm game bit. You can usually pick up a package of both the 4.5 and 3.5, which you use for the Game Boy in a package. As you can see, put it onto your drill in a low torque mode so that you're not rounding off the screws, and unscrew. Then the circuit board will lift out very easily, and this will allow you to clean it with isopropyl. Isopropyl is 70% purity or over generally, and the higher the percentage, the more effective it will be in fighting corrosion on the metal on the cartridge. So at this point you're going to need to grab your toothbrush. Just use any sort of cheap toothbrush, and that will allow you to dip it in the pot nice and far so you can get a lot of isopropyl on the brushes. And then you're going to want to mostly focus on cleaning the contacts between the board and where it goes into the console, but I generally just give the whole rest of the board a little rub as well, just because bits of micro corrosion can appear in other places, most commonly towards the battery if there is a battery on that board. And this is just a little demo to show you if a save is working or not on a cartridge that has a battery. So batteries, cell batteries, output 3 volts. So you're going to be looking to see if your cartridge is outputting at least 3 volts or very close to, and if it's not, that means it needs replacing, which we might cover in another video soon. Once you're happy you've cleaned up the cartridge and tested the voltage, just simply reverse the drill and put the bits back into the cartridge with your 4.5mm bit. So we'll set that aside and bring in the Game Boy cart, and this one is going to use the smaller bit, so that's a 3.8mm female Torx, or just a 3.8 game bit. Very easy to find online cheaply, but I generally try and buy the most expensive you can afford, just so you get the highest quality. And then simply remove the screw again. Ensure your drill is on a low torque mode so you're not rounding off the Nintendo screws, and then lift off the front and slide down the cartridge to get at the circuit board. As you can see, this Game Boy game also has a cell battery, so we're going to just continue the theme of the previous cart and test the voltage on that battery. You'll probably be able to see it a bit clearer on this, so you're putting the positive on the positive and negative on negative, and you can see there it's over 3 volts, which means the save is intact. Now we're just going to reach for our toothbrush with isopropyl on again after we've re-dipped it, and just clean up the board again. Again, focus on the contacts that are going to go into the Game Boy, and then flip it over and just give it a quick wipe. There's not actually that much going on the reverse of a Game Boy cart, so not too much to worry about, but any corrosion is good to clear up if you do see any. So now just simply replace the screw you took out using the 3.8mm bit, and after you've screwed it back in, just make sure it's nice and stiff. Hope you guys enjoyed that little demo. I'll stress it again, the product that I'm using is called Isopropyl, and I would highly recommend getting 70% pure or more, so you can get up to 99%, but the most commonly found one you'll find on eBay just for consumer is 70%. Only cost me about £5 a bottle, but the way this product works is you rub it into corrosion, which is basically a mixture of the water on the metal, and this mixes in with the water that has become ingrained on the circuit board and then evaporates very quickly, because that's what rubbing alcohol does, it evaporates very quickly, therefore removing any sort of corrosion or rust. And then cartridge based games, obviously the cleaner the contacts are, the more reliable the cartridge is, and over the years this has fixed so many games for me, I've lost track now. So I've seen a lot of shops and other videos demoing different products like nail polish remover, which I don't think is as high a percentage alcohol, so I can't stress enough, don't use anything but isopropyl. I've even seen shops spraying on laptop keyboard cleaner onto cartridges, and I'm just like, that is bad practice. So I can't stress it enough. My dad even used it in the 80s when he was repairing like big computers that he had back in the day, and it's been used ever since then by techies such as myself, so I can't recommend it highly enough, especially for someone who loves preserving their retro gaming games. But that's all for now, guys. Hope to see you soon. Cheers.